I failed Mermay 2025, and this is my experience and what I learned. Welcome back to my channel, and long time no see. Oh my god, I thought I'm gonna have time to come back into doing video making, and then a month goes by again. Yes, so this year I decided to do Mermay again. Mermay is a drawing challenge where during May you do a mermaid every day, basically. And this year I decided to follow the prompt made by Subjectively's Jack, and he got an idea of doing prehistoric theme, like prehistoric animals theme mermaid, and he called it Mermayzoic. So what I learned is that it's just I think maybe I should start with what's going on during the month of May for me. Maybe that would be a little bit of context. So during May, in early May, I found out I'm getting kicked out of my old place. So I have a week or so to find a new place and move out before May ends. So yeah, I just have a really rough start. And during the month of May, it's mainly just moving for me, but I'm also trying to engage more in communities and in the place that I live, and trying to get more commissions and stuff to survive, right? But yeah, that's the gist of my life. So I'm very rusty of making this voiceover stuff, but yes, so that's the gist of my life during May. And at first I'm still very motivated into drawing, and because the prompt itself is so interested, I'm just like, yes, I'm so motivated. I done Mermay for the past 2 years, and I finished both of them for the past 2 years. I definitely gonna do it. So it comes to a surprise for me that by the end of the first week, I already feel exhausted. I was gonna post a video in the first week of Mermay about the first week of Mermay, but I'm just too exhausted to even edit that video. That's why I push it till now that I'm making my review of my Mermay experience. But yes, I realized that it doesn't really matter how much you thought you get it. It really, there's a big point. Like, there's a lot of the part. It depends on your life, and no matter how far you prepared, like how much you prepared and how much you think you planned everything, life sometimes just can't shove you something big, and you just don't know how to do it. That's not an excuse for not being productive, but it is very realistic to not give yourself too much of an expectation when you're doing challenges like this. Drawing every day, drawing a fully rendered illustration once a day can be a really big workload for a lot of people, especially when you don't draw that fast. For me, I also said another challenge for me during Mermay is to try to find a better rendering style for digital art, because I want to learn how to paint digitally and do textures and stuff. So that's another skills, another challenge that I set for myself during May. So that add an extra workload on myself, I think. I'm doing exploration and stuff. So I feel like at the start of this challenge, I give myself too much of an expectation. Instead of trying to enjoy Mermay, I kind of set it into like a big learning challenge, and for that, I think it's my first, I wouldn't say mistake, but I think that's one of the reasons why I cannot finish it. It's just that I give myself too high of an expectation. I want to do too much and knowing that I have already a lot on my plate during May, I still want to do a lot, and that in itself is just not feasible. But yes, I think there's another thing about trying to train your mind. During a month of May, the past 2 years, I have the same problem as well, which is that I'm trying too hard to be unique and trying too hard to come up with like really cool ideas and stuff, that sometimes I will spend a whole day just saying no to my own thoughts, being like, no, this is not good enough, or this is not unique enough, that other people are doing the same thing, kind of stuff, and just kind of ignore the fact that this isn't a competition. It is nice, obviously, to have cool designs and shit, but at the end of the day, it is just a challenge. It is just letting you stretch your habit of drawing and let you have fun, I'd say. And giving all that stress to yourself isn't really helping. So yes, I think that itself also gives me a lot of unnecessary stress. Like sometimes I will go on to Instagram and just scroll through other people's drawing, being like, damn, why can I not think of it first, or stuff like that. And that really hinders me a lot when I'm drawing, and wasting a lot of time just doing all those unnecessary mind battles, and they end up really demotivate me, because by the end I only drawn till day 13. So by the end of it, I am just like, I am such a bad artist. I have no originality, no creativity, and that really dunked on me a lot mentally, just because I'm having too much. I'm asking myself for too much for every day. So yeah, I would say that be kind to yourself. And also another thing I think is really important is, instead of just erasing or like say no to your own thoughts, I would say draw it first, because that's a big thing that I didn't do during the exploration of ideas, is that I didn't draw my ideas down. I just kind of think of it in my brain and say to myself, that's not good enough. I'd say if I do draw it down, a lot of time I think maybe I can expand on my ideas, or maybe it will be good enough. So I say a lot of times I would recommend drawing down instead of just saying no in your own minds. I don't know if anyone does that, or maybe that's just a me thing, but still, yeah, drawing it down, explore your own ideas, and don't give yourself too much stress. Now let's talk about the actual drawing side of things. So I'm trying to do more of a painterly rendering style for this, and I just realized that I really should learn more about rendering in digital, because I feel like there's a certain way to make it not look so flat, and I am still not there yet. So I think that's also a thing that's kind of keeping me back from drawing, is that I'm at the point where my mind is already so far away in art skills, but my hand, my skills is still trying to catch up, and that in itself can be very frustrating. I feel like a lot of artists would have understand that frustration is just when you're trying so hard, but you also unfortunately train your eyes too well, I guess, that you're just gonna look at your own drawings and not feel satisfied by your own skill set. But I'd say that during this kind of time, it's always nice to not try to focus too hard on your own art skills. I know it's really hard to do. Like, people would just like try to be like, oh, I'm gonna do a bunch of practice and I'm gonna be better so I can feel good about my art. And that's what I was doing, and I'm still doing that. But again, that can cause a lot of stress. I'd say yes, do practice, but also maybe I say try to draw some stuff that doesn't require a lot of skills, like draw tiny cartoon little figures, or like just draw some silly memes, something that can not require a lot of skills. I would say can be a really good way to decompress while you can still be proud of the stuff you draw, because it's easier to draw, so it's easier to make it look really cute. So yeah. During this mermaid, I at first wanted to create a theme. I wanted all to look non-traditionally mermaid. Obviously, I give up really fast because it's really hard, but I wanted to look almost you wouldn't understand what they are in a certain sense, or maybe like I wanted to look foreign or unknown in a certain way. But like I said, it's a really hard thing to do when you lack practice doing creative stuff. I think that's also a thing. You have to just kind of stretch your creative mind. I'm still in exploration of how I'm gonna do that, but obviously if you're just staring at your phone all day, scrolling through Instagram, that's not gonna happen. I think the best thing to stretch your creative mind is to go out, being with your friend, talks, explore. A really good thing that helps me a lot whenever I I want to have ideas and have nothing in my brain, is to talk to my friends, talk to them about random things, and sometimes just joking around, and sometimes during those conversations really, really great ideas will come up. Like, I think most of my ideas during my college assignments, it's all, not all, but most of it is because of conversations with my college roommate, and we explore a lot and bounce off ideas from each other. And yeah, I would say the best thing to do is just have conversations. Obviously, if you don't have anyone to have conversation with, that's totally fine. You can always still maybe like listen to some music, watch some movies, and don't be afraid. I think this is a really big thing. Don't be afraid to reference, because I feel like a lot of people, me included, would watch a movie, listen to some music, be very inspired, but then don't know what to do with it because you're afraid of that you are gonna copy other people's idea, which I say most of the time it's not gonna be the case. If you feel really inspired, you can maybe, like, let's say you watch a fantasy movie, you're really inspired by their I guess, let's say, magic system. What you can do is you can change it a little bit, like change one aspect of it, or maybe put another character on top of it, or anything like that. Don't fully do the same thing, but you can heavily reference it. And this is the big thing, right? If you want to actually use it as like actual project or whatever, slowly changing it while you're at it. Don't change everything at the first go, because you wouldn't know what to do. But while you are drawing, a lot of the times ideas will start coming up, right? So let's say you reference this magic system, and while you're drawing and you're doing world building, maybe you decided, maybe instead of using, I guess, magical stones, they can use, like, magic maybe comes out comes out from their body or something like that. I know it's like very lame examples, but still, during exploration and during actual drawing and preparing, I guess, things, you can slowly change things up. And so what I think is, when you're trying to do stuff like referencing and whatever, I feel like that can give a lot of people a lot of stress about, like, I'm not trying to copy anything, or what if I look like I'm copying it, and then people think that I'm fake, or I have no creativity or whatever. I feel like at this point in human society, most of the stuff are not fully original. You're definitely, and like, even the stuff that you're very proud of, that you think is all yours, is inspired by your own life experience. That's kind of like referencing the old you, the past you as well. So even that, you're like referencing yourself, if that makes sense. So it's not like a current you creation. So that's still referencing. Anyway, that's a tangent. What I'm trying to say is, don't put too much stress on creating or like trying to do something unique or completely yours, because that's just gonna give you so much stress. But yes, and I think that's like most of the big stuff I want to say. So I guess I'm just gonna update a little bit about my life. Well, I'm at my new place now. I'm living with another person I'm sharing a room, so it's kind of very, very hard to make videos, but I would try to do voiceovers when she's not in the room. Anyway, I'm getting some commissions now, so I can call myself a freelance artist. Haha, be proud of me. But yes, I think just because of this point of my life, I kind of wanna trying to start getting into monetizing my art and trying to be more professional with my art. And yeah, what I'm thinking is I want to try to maybe like open a coffee or like Ko-Fi or Patreon and try to maybe open a shop or whatever, trying to really give myself an excuse, I guess, to make more videos and care more about online presence, doing this kind of stuff, because I do enjoy it. But a lot of times when I'm working or when life stuff comes up, I feel like I cannot give myself an excuse to do this. I feel like this would just be in my back burner. But if I really trying to monetize this, maybe I will be more motivated. Either way, I'm really hoping to do more traditional art stuff for the videos. It's gonna be really hard because my setup right now don't really necessarily have a space for me to set a camera on top of my desk. I will figure it out though, but before then, it will be mostly digital art. It will be mostly digital art videos, and also art fight is coming up, so it's really late for me, but it's really late for me to start preparing, but I want to try and go for it. Also, I'm really sorry for the noise. My neighbors are doing something loud, but I want to try and do art fight. I might try to rush out 2 characters that I've been messing with lately. They're so loud. Anyway, there's 2 characters I've been I've been messing with lately, and they are a couple, and one of them is a werewolf and one of them is a demon, and I'm definitely not using it to be a self-insert for one of them. But anyway, they're really cute. I haven't have a name for them yet, but you guys saw them before if you saw my videos. It's the video about Halloween. That's yeah, so if you saw that video, you're gonna know what they look like. I really happy with them lately, and I'm trying to make them my mean OCs that I draw in. I'm using them in my I'm adding them on top of my road building that I already have since forever. But I guess it's a different chapter and the main character changed. Anyway, that's about it, I guess. I will try to make more art fight related stuff. I just might, because I never really drawn on computers before, and I don't know how to stream on iPad. But if I figure out how to stream with how to connect my iPad to my laptop, if I can do that. But if I can stream with Procreate, I want to do streams with me drawing art fight attacks during art fight. So I really hope I can figure it out, and yeah, I think that's about it with my experience and what I learned, and also a little life update. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that for the past 3 videos I keep saying that I'm gonna come back. I'm not gonna promise it this time because life is a lot. But I'm gonna try my darnest to come back into video making, and hopefully there's still gonna be people here watching and I can build a connection with people. And if people are maybe interested in my art, wink wink, maybe I can make stickers and sell them or something, or prints. I don't know. Anyway, that's basically it. So let's recap a little bit for what we learned. This sounds like such a teacher thing to say. Let's recap for what I said. I think what I said first is that your plans is not gonna go accordingly, so be nice to yourself. And what did I say? Also, I didn't write a script. That's how chaotic I am. That's why I cannot recap. But be kind to yourself, because planning doesn't always go accordingly. And also, the inspirations, you don't have to be too hard on yourself to be quote-unquote original, because that's just not how art works, I guess. Cut yourself some slacks, basically. I feel like that's my whole video, is just to say that cut yourself some slacks. And don't focus on art progression too much that you lost the meaning of drawing. Don't lose your enjoyment of drawing. Yeah, I cannot English. Anyway, that's the main point. I hope everyone can have a great time arting and not have it to stress too much about progression, and just, draw because your heart so desires. Okay, I hope you all have a good day. I wish you enjoyed this video. I know it's just a bunch of rambling, but yes, if you like this video, please consider like and subscribe. And I know my posting schedule is very messed up right now, but I'm trying my best to get back into it. So hopefully I can see you all there for my next video and the next, I hope you all have an amazing day. Thanks for watching till the end. I love you all. I will see you in the next video. Bye.